Welcome to another episode of Nerd Bytes, and in this one we're going to be looking at anomalies in New Relic and how to use them to get in front of incidents. So what are anomalies in New Relic? Well, they're outliers in your system's performance, which might be the sign of a problem which you could respond to. How do they work? Well, as part of our alerts and AI capabilities, we've got a feature called proactive detection, and this, with no configuration, out of the box monitors metric data reported by an APM agent and looks at differences and changes in those metrics, focusing on key golden signals, throughput, response time, and errors. You get to see these anomalies in your activity streams, alerts and AI, and also pushed out to you through a channel like Slack if you've set that up in settings. So if you're in the UI and I'm in Explorer here, I could be looking at all entities or different parts of the entities that I wanted to focus on, but you'll always look out for this activity stream down the right hand side here. I can see an anomaly detected here around my billing service. I can use this to drill into it, and I get my analysis screen where I can explore more. I can look at the actual analysis, the anomalous signals, and compare that with related signals. Or it might be useful to also compare errors in detail, or maybe see where these metrics already appear in dashboards I've already pre-configured. And I can also learn about the context, the service, drill into the service itself, or other related services that it relies on or depends on. But you could also find out about your anomalies in the Alerts and AI section in Anomalies. Here I can see some from my pet clinic. If I wanted to be notified of these, I could go to my settings and set these up to be pushed out to me via Slack. I'm going to explore one of these, and again it brings up my analysis screens. Now if we wanted to understand how maybe to use these anomalies to get ahead of our incidents, we can do, like I've said, set up a proactive detection notification channel, which is ready for Slack, or we have a webhook option. We looked at those analysis screens to explore the actual signal itself and things that are related to it. But we could also add some of these charts to a dashboard, and we could also set up alerts for them. We'll use the NRQL alert as the signal, and then we'll use different threshold types like static or baseline. So the one that I'm exploring here, I could add this to a dashboard using this ellipsis or action menu and choose to add to dashboard. I can take that title or customize it, and then I can start to add this to my anomalies dashboard. If I'm aggregating and collating different charts around what's happening, I can use this link to go right into that dashboard straight away. If I wanted to make sure that I get notified of some of these anomalies to my team before they become incidents, I can create an alert condition around these. This will give me my query as the signal, and I can then scroll down and choose the threshold types. The static one enables me to pick a fixed value to say if it goes above that value at least once in a particular time period, and then I can open up my aggregation window to make sure I allow it for that time period to assess the data. But what I could also do is say, well, rather than a static fixed threshold, I might just like to be notified if, again, this signal deviates too much from its normal behavior. In order to use the baseline threshold type, I need to just remove the facet so that we just focus on the signal itself, and then I can visualize and use my slider to customize how many alerts I might like to get or how far it needs to deviate from normal behavior. And that concludes this session looking at anomalies and how we can get in front of them before they become incidents by using dashboards and alerts. I hope you've enjoyed watching this episode of Nerd Bytes. Look forward to seeing you on the next one.